How's it going, everybody? It's TableTakes. We're here at Gen Con TV and we're talking about board games. Thanks for joining us. We got a huge cast here today. It's real exciting. We got Noir is joining us once again. Hi, Noir. Welcome back. We got, as always, the wonderful, excellent Bonsai and Isabella. Oh my gosh. I love your shirt. What is that? Was it aliens?
I wear it like
was that pajamas?
because I don't do laundry and I live in filth. So
It's really cute. What have you been up to, Isabella?
I've been watching this movie called Encanto. It is the best movie that's ever been made in the history of the world. And the Madrigals could fight every single person in Frozen and win. No contest. It was a movie that made me cry. I've been listening to We Don't Talk About Bruno.
No.
For days. Okay. I've been listening to it in Spanish. I've been listening to it in Korean. It slaps in Korean. It's just the wildest thing. I hate Lin-Manuel Miranda for his ability to make me like musical theater again. Other than that, I'm gonna go get surgery next week, so I'll probably be out. I probably should have mentioned that earlier.
Yeah, well, thanks for the surprise notice.
I'm getting my gallbladder taken out. So she's getting an eviction notice. She's got to go. Gotcha. So I just woke up this morning early trying to go get a COVID test because you need a COVID test before you can go to the hospital, which was fun because it's flooding outside. So that was great. So then I came back home and then I laid down and then I took a nap and then I remember that today is Friday. And then I woke back up again and now I have no makeup and now I'm here. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I think you're doing nothing to apologize for. Sounds like you've had an exciting day so far.
Accept your apology.
Noir, what have you been up to?
Being a menace.
I'm just doing a little bit of this, that. I am moving to Canada come March, so I got a GoFundMe. So if anybody's feeling generous, please help your boy out. I got a couple of projects that I've started. One is Trouble in the Second City, New Blood, which I have a fantastic cast: Calamity Darling, Gen Con's own Kelsey, Wreck-It Raven, Scholastic Drag, and Vin Vox VA. And then I have another show that I'm doing called Into the Sunset, where I get the privilege of GMing one of my favorite people, Brittany Lee Mulligan.
What?
KP, Sephiroth, Brito. I'm just out here. I'm vibing.
Wow.
And of course, can't forget Sam to Live. Is also in that show. So I don't know how I'm getting lucky like this, but
man, 2022 has turned out to be a good year for you so far.
It's probably it's not gonna last very long, I don't think.
I think it's really cool that you get to not only, I don't know how well you know Brendan Lee Mulligan. I've never met him, so I think it's cool that you even get to be in the same vicinity of him, even in a Zoom call or whatever you're using.
Good people.
That's awesome. Bonsai, what about you? What have you been up to?
Hey, I've been stuck in my house. I dodged the COVID, only get slapped by bronchitis, pat on the backhand. But also, hey, look, I got this new RPG called City of Mist.
Oh yeah, you were telling us about that.
Yeah, it's like think of American Gods, but also have some more mystery to spice it up. And the artwork is just beautiful. Okay. Look at this. Look at this.
Ooh, you got a lot of content.
So yeah, instead of like aspects of like gods, you can also be fables, like concepts. Like you could be the American dream as a person. So I have ideas of what character I already want to be.
So basically, you cannot exist.
Good one.
Political comments.
Yes.
Political comments. Here we go.
Do the air horns.
I mean, if you insist, I mean, I got them right here, ready to go.
Yeah, there we go.
Bill is so sick of me already, and I'm here for it.
Vonza, do you already have a group that you're going to be playing it with? Are you excited to start a campaign with City of Mist?
Oh yeah, no, I have a group. I have my home group that we've been kind of like quarantine with. So, our small quarantine group, but we were going to play this week, but because I got the bronchitis, that we didn't want to pass on more diseases, especially during COVID's still out there, by the way, guys, and it reached an all-time high. But yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, on that note, I have been doing okay with this whole, pandemic-filled holiday season. I got some cool gifts that I wanted to show you. For Christmas. I got this a quest calendar.
Ooh.
And what you do is you play an RPG alone every day when you wake up, and you rip off a page, and it's the next day. So today's Friday, and today I fought a giant Sun Temple Divine Gate Guardian and won because I'm awesome. That was pretty cool. Oh, I also got these cool dice rings from my dad. What you do is you spin them and you get a dice result. Oh boy, this is hard to show. See? So you get different numbers.
I got one of those.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have one of those.
I got the blue ones. And I got a 2d10s and a d20. It's pretty cool. I thought that was pretty cool. But none of it compares to my absolute favorite gift that I got this year.
You thought nobody noticed what
Is that a butt pillow?
It's a butt pillow.
Is it like a butt, or is it a pillow that is a butt?
It's a pillow that is a butt. It's a butt pillow. It's a pillow.
What do you
lay your
do
head
with
down
that?
on it, and you go to sleep. It's comfort. It's for comfort and style. It's great for decoration.
Is that what that's for?
Yeah. It's great. It's my favorite thing ever. It's so squishy. I love it.
It's slapping.
I guess I totally forgot that we haven't seen each other since before the holidays.
That's right.
Another year since we did not announce that it was the holidays. We didn't wish a single happy holidays to anybody. So on behalf of TableTakes, Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year. Yeah.
2022. It's a brand new year. There's another one apparently after 2021. I was as shocked as anybody else. And so here we are again. Let's be better this year, you guys.
Yeah.
Let's try. I'm looking right at you, Namar. Let's try to be better this year than last year. And just try to do good.
Yeah. What a heartwarming message. Thank you.
Do you have something you want to say about that?
No.
I thought so. I thought you were going to say
only came here to do evil. No.
This is the year of violence for Noir.
This is the year that I want all the smoke.
That's pretty terrifying. That's pretty terrifying. Speaking of terrifying things, we've got some headlines. And what better headline to start off with than 2022's Magic the Gathering release schedule? That's right, folks. We went digging and we found out every single new release for Magic the Gathering just for you. It's exclusive. Only we know about this. So if you're not watching, you're going to have to wait. Who knows how long you'll have to wait to find out. Okay, so this is very exciting. Magic the Gathering's release schedule. So we've got new sets coming out. So we've got 4 main sets that are going to be releasing this year, as opposed to the 5 that we got last year. So we've got Innistrad double feature coming out in January this year. So just a couple weeks ago. We got Kamigawa in February. Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. Looks pretty cool. It's got that sort of cyberpunk, Asia kind of feel to it. We've got Streets of New Capenna. I hope I said that right. Coming sometime, maybe in May. And we've got Dominaria United. If you remember, Dominaria came out.
Wait. Time out. Did you say Kamigawa?
Mm-hmm.
They're bringing Kamigawa back?
Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. Next month.
Are they going to bring back ninjas? Yes!
Yeah, it looks like it. It's very exciting.
My inner blue player is just very happy right now.
It's really cool. Yeah. I didn't know Kamigawa had been gone for a little while. But it's coming back next month. You don't even have to wait that long, too. So after Dominaria United in Q4, we got the Brothers War. I believe that is in reference to the Planeswalkers. There's a famous war between two brothers. I know Jace is one of them, but I can't remember the other one. Very important war in the Magic the Gathering lore. We also have coming out in this month, actually, around the same time as Innistrad double feature, is the Commander Collection Black. It's the Black Commander Collection.
Why they gotta be black?
Yeah, what's up with that?
So Isabel, the way Magic works is there's 5 colors.
Why they gotta be black though?
And there are 4 other colors that they could have chosen, but
why the black was going first though? I don't like that. Yeah.
Why? Why not?
Because you saved the best for last. Everybody knows that.
Why can't they be commanders of color? Why do they have to be? Why do they have to be black?
I don't know. I think you'd have to ask Watson.
CLC commanders of color. Let's get it.
I hear they're very responsive to emails.
Great, I'll do that.
Okay. This is very cool. Sometime in the next coming months, either February, March, we're gonna see more challenger decks. Challenger decks are awesome because you get to. It's great for new players. It's pre-constructed decks. There's 75 cards in each constructed deck, and they're made to be played in tournaments. So it's great for new players who want to get into Magic the Gathering. Maybe they don't want to get into all of the minutia of designing a deck or the expensive, card selection process. You don't have to do any of that. You could just buy these constructed decks and then learn how to play them before you get into the more complicated stuff. I think it's super cool. Also coming up, I think this is the one I'm most excited for, Unifinity. Now, it might be Uninfinity or Unaffinity, but it's Unfinity. Okay, I added an extra letter in there. Unfinity. There we go. Sorry. Unfinity is one of the unsets. So you may recognize Unhinged or Unglued or Unstable with really, really weird, jokey, like humor cards. Most of them banned completely. But they also came with really cool full art lands that people liked a lot. Well, Unfinity is going to be taking that to the next step. So we're going to see a lot more of those coming in April. After that, we also got Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate. That's right. We got even more D&D Magic the Gathering crossovers coming in Q2. So keep an eye out for that if you like Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. Double Masters 2022. You recognize the other Double Masters set. This Double Masters 2022 version is coming out in Q3 this year. And we got another Jumpstart. I really loved Jumpstart last year when it came out. For those of you who don't know, you open again, great for new players. You just open up 1 or 2 packs and you have a deck of 20 cards, or you can combine 2 20-card decks to make a standard 40-card deck. And it comes with all the lands that you need. It's already balanced out all of the creature combos and things like that. And you get really cool combos too. So it's really fun to open with another person. You just buy a couple of packs and you see what you can combine together. Fun tournaments as well. But that's not coming until Q4, so you're going to wait a little bit longer for that one. And then finally, the big announcement for Magic the Gathering is the Universes Beyond Warhammer 40K set. It's Games Workshop and WotC coming together to make more Magic the Gathering. So you're going to see some Space Marines coming up against giant snakes and spiders and planeswalkers at the end of 2022. So for people who are fans of wargaming, your set is finally coming out, so you can play Magic together.
Right before Christmas, they know that it's going to be huge.
Yeah,
they know that it's going to be that's a huge crossover for the Warhammer bros, fan bros. It's gonna be huge. That to me honestly is a bigger crossover than D&D and Magic. Honestly,
interesting. Are you a big wargaming fan?
No, but I will say this: I think that it's just two worlds that I feel like. Magic and D&D, I see the crossover. I see it in my mind's eye. I get it.
Owned by the same company.
They're cousins, okay? Cousins, okay? I understand it. They're from West Virginia.
Right.
But Warhammer and D&D, that crossover is very interesting to me. And Warhammer has had a very interesting past 4 years. So I'm very interested to see. There's a lot of conversation about how does Warhammer expand its user base? How does it try to diversify its user base and try to get more fans, new fans? And so I think this is probably one of their bids to get a new, wider, more diverse fan base. So I'm very interested to see if they're going to start picking up some of WotC's techniques to widen their fan base and use that in Warhammer as well. We'll see. And we'll see how the fan base responds to that as well.
Can you say fan base one more time?
Fanbus.
Thank you very much. All right. Well, that's all of the sets that are coming out in 2022 for Magic the Gathering. So let's move on to our next headline, which is about some D&D stuff. Some novels. Bonsai, can you tell us more?
Hey, yes. So hello, everybody. Right now, if you haven't guessed, a couple, I think last year we touched a little bit on and off about this story about how there were two authors that was in court with WotC because they felt that their contract was severed unceremoniously during the WotC Clean Up Our Act wave going on, the start of 2020. That, of course, when we reported, the case ended with them having a agreement off the courts. And we've seen the results of that. So Del Rey announces their first book in the new D&D classic Dragonlance Trilogy. Margaret Wise and Tracy Hickman have finally announced their release date of the new Dragonlance books, Dragons of Deceit. This book is set to be released in August 9th of this year. It's planned to be a trilogy titled the Classic Dragonlance Trilogy. Although Margaret White notes that this book will return old characters, the book will primarily be featuring a new heroine called, I might get this name wrong, Destina Rosethorn. And if you guys want a little taste, a flavor of what this book has in store, after losing her father in a war of the Lance and seeing her life turn upside down, Destina is now on a quest to find an artifact known as the Device of Time Journey. She plans to alter the flow of time and travel back to change the past. Basically, I will resurrect my father. That is what is the plan. It's very interesting to see what they do. And if this is just Dragonlance has been around for a very, very long time for a lot of those D&D readers. And I think even before we were talking off screen about how this seems like an attempt for WotC D&D to kind of jump ahead of all the new dragon, D&D lore, and get established characters that people can love even more before the movies and TV series comes out. I think, Isabella, were you saying something about that earlier?
Yep. Yes.
Isabella was paying very close attention.
Oh no, I was just saying, what do you think if this is more of them trying to jump on, let's get as many people that people love. So they go all the TV series and the movies and the books. We want a conglomerate of fantasy is coming back. Lord of the Rings, they had their thing, then they got punched by vampires. And then like the undead beautiful phase came around, and then like Game of Thrones came, and then now it's superheroes, but now fantasy wants to come back.
Right. And then because then the Marvel universe, and then the Captain America punched Jon Snow. That was the final season of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Happy with it, but I thought it was okay.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you say the last season of Game of Thrones was okay?
I thought the part where Aquaman showed up was really cool. I thought that was really, ingenious.
Yeah, you remember Noir.
You
remember when the Green Lantern came down and picked
up? I feel like I'm having a stroke right
now
because they were like, oh, Khal Drogo's back, but it's not.
Yeah. And then Drogo, and then he was a vampire, and everybody was like, what?
Yeah.
Because of that sentence, my nerd rage is brewing, but because of everything after, I don't know what's going on. So I'm just
great.
Well, let's just hope the Dragonlance series proves to be just as exciting.
I think that one of these things is that this is, so D&D, we've talked about this for a while. They're expanding into more media like television and movies, right? The movie, I think, is done. I haven't heard of any new production news from the movie for quite a while. I don't know if they got shut down because of a COVID thing, which has happened for a lot of films. But I know that the TV show is still on a go. I know that the Lord of the Rings TV show is still a go. And so I think that there's a lot of interest in expanding the IP of D&D. Lord of the Rings has nothing to do with that. I'm just talking about fantasy in general. But,
gotcha.
But I think the IP, because not everybody knows the lore. I'm one of those people, I don't really know the lore.
I don't know the lore, and I don't want to know the lore.
So you have people like Noir, who is aggressively just
homebrew all day. Let's get it
smooth. And so Noir, you're like you're I'm trying not to curse. So yeah. So I think that
what the fly.
I really thought you were gonna like save that for after the show. You weren't even gonna use it.
I'm telling Dad on you, Derek.
You tell it.
Okay, listen. Derek is actually in the show this time. We can't get away with who we got with last time. Okay, so he's actually watching this time.
Telling Mom, who is Marcus, and Dad, who is Derek, on you.
I see the chat snitching already.
How dare
you tagging there?
Well, you know what, Nor, at least you had the decency to censor yourself, so I appreciate that. Thank you.
Listen, I'm not done. So okay. So what I think that they're trying to do is they're trying to introduce these new books, which are going to be like mainstream books, not just like books that you need to buy in order for you to like understand this, like, one of the books or things like that. One of the gameplay books, it's just like a book that'll just be out there, and they're trying to reintroduce this kind of concept of like just reading the books. You don't have to learn how to play the games, but just read the books so that when the movies and the TV show comes out, you'll have more of an understanding about who these people are and who the characters are, because that's the one disadvantage that D&D has when they're trying to expand into movies and television that like Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings didn't have and Game of Thrones didn't have, is that people read the books before they watched Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. But I don't know any of the lore. I know there's a couple of sexy dark elves. That's all I know about the lore of D&D. His name is like Fizzywix or something like that.
Drizzt.
Yep. Love it.
Yep. I don't know. Am I gonna like this book? It's not a graphic novel. There's no pictures in it. So I mean, am I gonna see any more of how am I gonna get into this?
You read
Dragonlance.
Yeah, read the book.
I guess that is one way to do it.
Audiobooks,
you read the word, you read the words, and then your brain paints pictures.
That's it.
Wow.
That's
I never
it.
thought about it that way. Thank you. I guess I should try this out. Maybe I'll like it. I, for one, need to get into some of the D&D lore, specifically because I DM for a lot of new players, and new players tend to have heard things or know things about lore that I never have, and it's not really a good look to know less than your players about the world that you're playing in. So
embarrassing. You should be really embarrassed.
I am embarrassed.
Yeah.
You know what else is embarrassing?
Yeah.
This new collab between Wizards of the Coast and a very special guest. Izzy, who is this? What is going on?
It's me. I'm the new D&D. No, just kidding. Wizards of the Coast is pairing together with, when I say to you, #1 Wizards of the Coast fan of all time, celebrity, man, icon of all time, we all think
John Cena.
Absolutely. Yep. Yes. Yeah. That's right. We all think Post Malone. If you didn't think about Post Malone, you'd be wrong. You're wrong. And you should sit and think about why you're so wrong. Post Malone has been named as a collaborator for the Friday Night Magic promotion, which is, if you don't know, it's like a thing that Wati tries to do where it's like, go back into the game stores and do gaming, spend some money, engage with your community and things like that. Post Malone, for the people who don't play Fortnite, I guess, and didn't see that one Spider-Man movie, he is a very grubby, I've been told he is a rapper. That has neither been confirmed by sources, but allegedly an alleged rapper. And he is filthy looking. No, that's not an official source. He has tattoos all over his face. He looks scrubby. Anyway, he makes hit songs that is beloved by tweens all over the world. And over the course of the Panini, he dropped thousands of dollars buying up Magic cards and Pokemon cards all over the country, particularly in Southern California where he lives, which was kind of like the big headlines, was how much money he was dropping on these cards. I don't know exactly how dropping lots of money on cards, driving up the prices of cards, has led to this collaboration. I would say that maybe you should get somebody that has actually played Magic the Gathering but I'm not the head.
Actually, you know what? I do need to interrupt here. So I used to work at Mox Boarding House. I actually left at the end of last year. And Post Malone actually did a pop-up at Mox Boarding House, and some of the employees got to play a little Magic the Gathering and show them around the warehouse. Post Malone plays Magic the Gathering. He's a really, really huge fan. In fact, maybe we should get him on the show. Maybe we should get him as a guest sometime.
I mean, and since we're interrupted, you said that one Spider-Man movie, and that one Spider-Man movie was Into the Spider-Verse. We gonna put some respect on that movie.
First of all, this was an invitation for everybody to interrupt. All right.
I just wanted to make it very clear to the audience.
That's relevant information. Thank you, Javion, for giving relevant information to the topic. Anyway, I think that this follows up with his also big collaboration that he did with Pokemon. I guess I'm just annoyed because of the fact that I don't listen to this man's music. He's not really in the scene, which I shouldn't be a gatekeeper. Everybody is allowed to play the game. Everybody, including alleged musicians who makes music for ringtones or whatever, and TikToks. Yeah, I said it. Fight me, Post Malone. He's not watching this unless he is. Maybe
we're never gonna get that Post Malone sponsor.
We're never gonna get Post Malone.
All your fault.
So yeah, I just feel like this is obviously trying to bridge the kind of gap. I love WotC getting more sort of mainstream people to say like gaming is cool, gaming is normal, everybody plays games. I just don't. Post Malone would not be my first pick, or second or third or fifth.
Vin Diesel, that's who I was thinking of.
Yes, honestly, Vin Diesel's higher up on that list. Please, if you're in the chat, who would be your celebrity pick for?
Does Vin Diesel play Magic though?
Yes, he's like a huge.
He plays Dungeons and Dragons. Do we know if he plays Magic?
Yeah,
I might have been confusing it. I've
heard on the streets that he plays Magic. Maybe.
What streets?
Definitely. So I don't know. This is like there's no details yet about what this collaboration is going to entail. If he's going to be doing like a series of pop-ups all over the country, or if he's going to be doing some online content or things like that. Since it's supposed to be in promotion of Friday Night Magic, it's probably going to be some in-store stuff. Maybe if you buy a pack of Magic cards, you get a free MP3 of his music, which is what we would all love. A laser disc, whatever the kids are listening to these days.
I just realized maybe Post Malone's going for like the Infinity Gauntlet of collective cards. So he got Pokemon. He's getting what's it called? Magic the Gathering. Next he's gonna go to Yu-Gi-Oh! And then going the Legend 5 Rings. Gotta collect them all.
I want a Post Malone tribal deck. I want Post Malone to be a creature type in Magic.
Sorry, I just had that thought that Post Malone's like, oh, I have all the collected cards that are me. And an Infinity Gauntlet of all the cards that you could collect.
You can't even play the cards. They're not like even legal. They're just pointless cards.
Speaking of the Thanos of gaming, we've got a brand new head of gaming to talk about. Noir, who is it?
Chris Cox, the head of Wizards of the Coast, has been tapped to be the next Hasbro CEO, and they're going to receive a seat on the Hasbro board. Chris is taking over after the unexpected death of Hasbro CEO Brian Goldner last year. Goldner, who helped push the Hasbro IPs into a wider array of media, like the Transformers and G.I. Joe films. Hasbro noted their interest in Chris's abilities to continue doing the same. His omni-channel experience was called out, having headed Wizards of the Coast and previously working on digital content like Halo and Fable over at Microsoft. As Wizards of the Coast has grown, the importance of the Wizards of the Coast head to Hasbro at large has also grown. Last year under Cox, Wizards of the Coast revenue grew by 63% year over year, and Wizards of the Coast was responsible for about 75% of Hasbro's total profits. I mean, I'm sure it helps that in the midst of the panini, everybody kind of leaned into their more nerdy habits to kind of get through, but you just gotta pad your resume and use whatever you can. So now Chris Cox is on the Hasbro board and is a CEO and is probably making more money than anybody in this panel could even imagine. So good for him. Good for him. Good for C. Cox.
You know what this means? It means that Chris Cox now owns Monopoly. I, for one, welcome our new Monopoly overlord.
I've got nothing but great things to say about C. Cox. You should hire me, man. How many rejection letters can Wizards send me? Help! But that's me. Back to you, JB.
Well, all right. Thank you so much, Noir. So speaking of horrifying things, we've got a TTRPG, a brand new one to announce for you guys. Isabella. Which one are we looking at today?
Yes. I just want to say shout out to chat for gifting Post Malone a tier 1 sub. Whoever did that, bless you.
Yeah. That is the most petty thing I've ever I've ever seen from the chat.
He's definitely gonna see it.
He's gonna see it now.
Yeah.
And we're never gonna get that Post Malone appearance.
Post Malone, Isabella, make it happen.
The team up no one wanted. So for fans of games that are really, really hard.
No, he's not. I'm sorry. Chat's saying that Post Malone is in chat right now. There's no way.
Post Malone, say something. Say something only a Post Malone would say.
This is ridiculous.
Needless to say,
no, he's not. Welcome, Post Malone. The official Post Malone is here. Thanks for joining us. Definitely watch the VOD after this to see Isabella's glowing review of your
I said nothing but upcoming collaboration about America's favorite rapper, Post Malone. Number 1 nerd. Anyway. Moving on, Dark Souls. Yes, that's right. Fans of Dark Souls, the video game, can now play Dark Souls, the TTRPG video game. That's what they call them in the old country. I am a huge fan of Dark Souls and Bloodborne, not because of the fact that I have fun when I play those games, not because I have finished any of those games, not because of the fact that I have gotten through any of those games. It's just a game that you go to every once in a while when you say, where was I on Dark Souls? And then you go back and you go, oh, that's why I didn't finish this game, because the game is too hard. But has incredible monster design in it. And now you can play it as a TTRPG, which I also imagine, I don't know this for a fact, will probably be easier to play than the video game. Probably not spend hours upon hours upon hours of getting your behind beaten by a boss over and over and over again in RPG form. I am only guessing on that. And if you do, then that's a different experience then. So Steamforged Games, they're going to be releasing this game. They had a really successful Monster Hunter game on Kickstarter. It makes sense that they're going to go from Monster Hunter to Dark Souls. I don't know. I mean, it makes sense inside of my head. Maybe I'm wrong about that. It's on Kickstarter right now. So, sorry, I was reading this thing that says that the TTRPG, the thing that I just said about it not be frustrating and killing you over and over again, actually, it says right here that it's going to honor that system and it will preserve the frequent death and respawning elements of the games, which is what we all love. We all love that.
That could be a pretty cool mechanic.
I think like we had an interview with the people Steamforged when they were doing the Monster Hunter kickoff, and also I just remember that they're all also very good. Like they're really in love with their video games as much as they are with their tabletop games. I was actually one who did the interview, but yeah, no, I feel like they really do just try, because they're like, all right, the one thing people are going to complain about this is like the mechanics. They really want to get what people most remember, not necessarily what they most love, but most remember in an iconic game and make it into there. So hats out for making us cry. And then, death doesn't matter. You just do it over and over and over and grind, never stop.
Yeah, that's true.
Until you're sour and you rage quit.
You can't smash a tabletop game like you can a controller.
Yeah, you can. Clearly, you've never played Monopoly with my grandmother.
Actually, I have. She's very good. Wouldn't that be wild? Yeah, no, I mean, that's a really interesting mechanic, and I'm really interested to see how they translate that over because it's so unique to the video game, the sort of respawning over and over. I'm interested to see how they do that in a board game. And if you're interested in seeing how they do it in a board game, you can subscribe to their mailing list and keep up with how they're doing on all their developments of this game. get out your black cloaks and your swords, as long as a duplex house, and prepare for some just abominations of nature coming at you full speed.
That's true.
Some ladies that look really pretty, but then half of their bodies are spiders. It's wild. Just, it's great. Dark Souls is great, you guys.
Dark Souls is great.
You to never give up. Never give up. Keep persevering.
No, I like fun games.
It's a good lesson.
All right, thank you so much, Isabella. That's going to conclude the headlines for this episode.
Wasn't there one more?
Oh, I'm so sorry. You're right, Noir. Please tell us, what did I forget?
Well, I think what you forgot is something that we can all use a little bit of today, which is some self-help. The title in particular is How to Be More D&D, Face Your Dragons, Be More Adventurous, Live Your Best Geeky Life. That's right. There is an official Dungeons and Dragons self-help book, and it's written by the wonderful Kat Kruger, who's a best-selling freelance game designer. It has her own owner-operated company, Steampunk Unicorn Studios, which is the best studio name ever. And of course, they are the dungeon master of the popular Dungeons and Dragons actual play podcast, D20 Dames. With this book, you'll learn how to take the skills, knowledge, and sense of adventure from your D&D campaign to help you better understand everything from how you interact with the world around you to facing the random events that life sometimes throws at you. So if you want advantage on your depression.
How does that work? I always get disadvantage. It doesn't work that way.
You'll get this book.
If there's one thing gamers need, it's help.
It's true. That's very true.
Thank goodness we have a book to hand our
right.
gamer friend in need.
You read one chapter of this and it works like the guidance cantrip on your sadness.
Wow, I can't wait to read more.
You read half the book, it's a bless spell.
Where are we going to be able to buy this book? I'm sure it's on Amazon already.
You can buy it right now from Daddy Bezos.
Okay.
It's $18. $11.99 if you get it on Kindle. If you still have a Kindle, you weirdo.
Oh, is there an audiobook option?
There is not an audiobook. Hey, Kat. Hey, Kat. I said Kate. I meant Kat. It's Kat Kruger. I'm so sorry I disrespected your name. Hey, Kat, if you need somebody to read the audiobook, how's it going?
A shoe in for that job.
You know what? We gonna fight, Isabella. You and me right now. Let's settle this.
Where up? Where you at?
Let me call Post Malone. Hey, I know where they at.
You don't have to call Post Malone. Post Malone's here.
Post Malone, help me jump Isabella.
All right. Thank you guys so much. That actually concludes our headlines for today's episode. And we're going to move right along to the bundle boss. It's Noir. Noir. Do you have a bundle for us today?
Yeah, I'm the bundle daddy. All right, let me tell you
Nope. Throw that away.
What new bundles do you have for us?
Yeah, let me tell you about my bundles. All right, so we've got for our bundle of holding, the Expanse RPG in Modern Age. Also, it has Stars Without Numbers revised. Definitely check it out, especially the Expanse RPG. I had the opportunity to play that, and it is ridiculously fun. And if you haven't read any of the Expanse, or if you haven't watched the Expanse show, go do that, because it's one of the best sci-fi franchises out there. So yeah, that's really all I have to say on it. Also, yeah, just do it. That's it.
Yeah.
The bundle daddy out.
Thank you, bundle daddy. Okay. Man, that's just fun to say. You know what else is fun to say? Kickstarter Queen. Kickstarter Queen Isabella is here to slay. Isabella, will you please tell us what Kickstarters?
My first slay of the day, besides
first slay of the year.
First slay of the year, besides Noir, who I will be slaying in real life.
Don't get some. You're not ready for this heat.
Is actually Javion with a very interesting old school, the oldest school text of I was gonna say role playing, but that's not what that book is used for.
No, actually, I think they might have been doing some role playing back in 22 BC. I don't know if you guys know, I'm a pretty devout Christian. I go to church on Sundays. I am constantly wearing my cross. I've been praying pretty hard for a blessings to befall all of us for, I would say, years
pray
now.
harder for Noir.
Yeah. Don't worry, Noir. I've got a prayer just for you.
You know what? Isabella, you running out of time, Isabella. I'm about to come get you.
Well, as a devout Christian, you guys know I have been begging for years for a Kickstarter that finally brings glory to God. And we finally have one. It's the Adventurer's Guide to the Bible for 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. No longer is there a divide between the Christian moms and demon worshipping children, okay? No longer do we have to suffer this war between the conservative parents who are concerned for their children playing a game about evil demons and summoning evil creatures to devour the world. Now you can play Dungeons and Dragons, but themed in the Bible. So you can do the famous journey of trekking across the globe. You can roll to collect creatures and get them to join you on the ark and sail across the seas. You can even, and I checked, and yes, this is absolutely true, you can even crucify Jesus. If you do so, you get to level up, you guys. It's awesome. You get to level all the way from 1 to 10, learning stories about the Bible. Truly, what a magnificent time we're living in, where we can finally live through the adventures that our ancestors have been teaching us for centuries.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
This is
why did you? This is a very you blindsided us with this passion.
I mean, I'm just very passionate about our Lord and Savior and bringing the truth to a new generation. And what better way to do it than an after-school game of your friendly local GM's D&D. So check out the Kickstarter for the Adventurer's Guide to the Bible for 5th edition. You've got 28 days. You got a whole month to back it. It's already fully funded. And it's super cheap to get the PDF, or you can even get a print copy sent to your home. And it comes with tons of world map stuff. You get some excellent dice, these custom dice that they designed just for the Bible. And if you were worried that they weren't going to use clerics or barbarians because they're a little too D&D, no, you get to be a cleric. You can be a barbarian. It's all there. You can be a barbarian carrying around the jawbone of a donkey, slaying thousands of. It's their words, not mine.
That's in the Bible. That's
the path of the
Nazarite. That is remarkable.
Go check it.
28 days. How long Jesus was in the desert for?
Is that actually true? I have no idea.
Yeah, he was like in the desert for a while.
And you call yourselves a Bible. So that's this is actually, I'm actually like non-ironically Surprised it took this long for somebody to make this, because it's if you go through the Bible is wild, y'all.
It really is.
If you've never read the Bible cover to cover, it is a wild ride of like supernatural stuff, demonry, just ghouls, ghosts, exorcisms, floods, natural disasters, people turning into salt. It is, there is no single greater fantasy, like no fantasy writer could do what has already been done in the Bible. It's wild.
Perform some miracles.
Breathe, Noir, breathe. You need to breathe.
Are you okay?
So when does that end, Javion?
28 days. You got 1 month, February. 1 day in February. Which one? The 5th of February. You got till Saturday.
Right. You have 1 Black History Month to get this. We call it.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Wouldn't that be amazing for Black History Month to play some Bible games with your Christian grandma?
Is not the word. I love my Nana, but no.
Oh, man.
The next one that I have is Strange Forms. This time it's tarot. This one ends January 27th, and this one is an aliens themed tarot card deck. You guys know that I'm a total slut for tarot cards. I love them, and I buy a lot of them, and I love incorporating any game that has tarot card elements in the game. Sign me up, okay? This one, though, uses the archetypes and the characters from the movie Aliens, not the good one, the second one, Aliens, the sequel, the James Cameron version of it. Yeah, I said it. It's not my favorite one, okay? So this one, though, it has all the different the 22 major arcana, and it's also has a coloring book along with it for what I can only assume is just the strangest kid that goes to your local preschool. So this one, it ends Thursday, January 27th. You still have a while to go and pledge for this one. Strange Forms, this time it's tarot, the Aliens edition. Javion, back to you. I hear that you're setting fires in local establishments where you are.
Yes, I sure am.
Great.
But you know what? It's tough because starting a fire, there's so much hassle. You know what I mean? And so many places kick you out if you try to start a fire. I mean, in my D&D games, when my players set up a campfire, I like it to be immersive. You know, I like them to feel like they're really camping out for the night, keeping watch. And I want them to hear the crackle of fire and sparks flying as they tell stories and count loot around a bonfire. You know what I mean? Warming their hands from a long winter journey. But I can't do that. And I'm so happy that we finally found a Kickstarter that solves this problem. It's called Babyfoot Fire. It's a Zen rock garden and a tabletop fire pit. So what you do is you back the Kickstarter. They send you all this stuff. You set up a tiny little fire pit anywhere you want, literally anywhere. They can't kick you out. Even in places where smoking is illegal indoors, well, you could just tell them, well, you're not actually smoking. It's more, well, you're setting up a bonfire. It's for immersion, you guys. It's totally fine. So go to your local game store after you get this Babyfoot fire pit and pour your lighter fluid in it as they show in the video and light a fire to bring to life the feel of a long forest encounter with your D&D players. Setting your apartment ablaze has never been cuter. You've got...
That's not what this is for.
So you've only got 65 hours, everybody. Time's running out. Their goal was $3,000, but they've already gotten over $100,000 on their Kickstarter. You'd be a fool to miss out on this deal. Check it out. Set up a campfire, light your apartment on fire.
That is not official Gen Con.
What is this? What are you doing? I thought it was a sparkler. It's not a sparkler.
Is it incense?
It's incense.
You need to use that on yourself, Noir. You need to just
you want to keep going? Huh? You want to keep going?
Oh my gosh.
Bonsai, I hear that you have an even less flammable Kickstarter to show us.
Yes, I do. So our last Kickstarter that we have is Ghost Club RPG. Basically, you like games that are kids on bikes, but you don't want to get stuck in the 80s constantly forever. Well, bam! This game, which has 10 days left, ending Monday, January 17th. You are a group of young individuals, young kids, going out, creating this like ghost club kind of thing, and you go out trying to solve mysteries, kind of like Scooby-Doo, but a little bit X-Files-y more. But you, instead of just being on bikes, you also have cell phones. You know, that technology has advanced. We're no longer stuck in the 80s. We can like call people and like search Google, even though Google's like kind of sketchy stuff. I think actually, would it be AOL dial-up would be on this? But yes, decide that. The game seems to take a sort of monster of the week flavor, with players investigating ghosts, finding clues about them, and ultimately summoning it in order to banish it forever. One of the most interesting things I noted about this game is just the size. It's gonna it's about 120 page book. So I know it sounds very much like a small Zine, like kind of thing that you could slap down and get together, but it's pretty hefty. And the person who developed the game themselves said that it's not good. It's their own complete book setting and everything like that. It's the, hey, I want to have a fun like ghost looking out for ghost adventures, but I don't want to be in the 80s. I want to be in like millennials. So I feel like it does feel like it's geared towards like a millennial age group versus a Gen Xer age group for this. But it's definitely worth checking out if you want ghost busting action.
Stranger Things for the 99 of the 2000s.
Yeah. I feel like I'm missing. You are laughing at me. I don't know what you're referencing, and it's going above my head.
Ignore it.
Nothing. Everything's great. Thank you so much for telling us about this really cool Kickstarter, Bonsai. I can't wait to try it out. All right, Kickstarter Queen, is that all for this segment?
I've ruled that my first law as Kickstarter Queen is that we are going to we're gonna banish Noir, banish Javion, banish Bonsai in that order.
No, for my cold dead fingers.
That's right. You're banished. I gave you ghosts. You love ghosts.
You don't talk to the bundle daddy that way.
You're all banished. And then after that, I'm going to self-banish. That's it.
All right. Well, let's hope that
God
maybe
bundle daddy.
You are. Meet me outside, Noir. Come on, let's go.
That's gonna do it for Table Takes today, folks.
Let's go. You will be outside.
The first Table Takes of the year, and here's to many, many more. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all. Thank you all for joining us. Every Monday, we've got board games with the Brothers Murph. On Wednesdays, we've got This Game Gets Dicey. And on Fridays, you can check us out once again, doing Table Takes, your favorite Gen Con TV stream. Remember to follow or subscribe and turn on those notifications so you know when we're doing more of these streams that you love so much. And if you ever miss a show, don't worry. You can find our streams on YouTube a day later. So Post Malone, if you're still watching, please check out the VOD tomorrow, okay? Thank you to our viewers. Thank you, Noir, for joining us once again.
My pleasure.
Thank you to all of our hosts, and stick around because we've got a very special channel to raid. We're going to be raiding Roll20. Noir is going to be running a game. Noir, can you remind me what we're going to be seeing you doing?
It's First Friday Fiasco, baby. So we're going to be playing Fiasco. It's actually I thought this might run a little longer. So it's not until 6, so that's 1 whole hour away, so we can raid someone different. I'm so sorry.
Right. Well, no worries. I forgot that you were on a different side of country, so
yeah, and that's fine. I gotta grab a flight to Seattle because somebody's got to get jumped today.
Bring it.
All right, we're gonna end on that high note. Thank you once again, everybody, for viewing. We'll stick around for whoever we decide to raid. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye, Post Malone.